Why? Makoto. It would seem... Anyway... I see. Wrong. Correct. So... In other words, why would... Why? Hey, because... In other words, it would seem... Hey. So... Hey. Correct. Just... Anyway...
Okay. Okay. Okay.
What? Say what? Hello. Found it! Too bad!
Hey.
But... Cause, I mean... Just a second!
Hey, Yep.
Yes! You're a liar!
Too bad.
So... Huh? So... Okay... You got it!
Come on, not possible. Such ignorance. Come on, not possible. Such ignorance. Come on, not possible. Such So in other words, I see. In other words, So in other words, in What? That's fine. Stop talking. It's all clear now. In other words,
What do you want? What's your problem?
Is everyone working hard? Well then, since you're all giving... For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
I am Monokuma! What are you gonna do? How strange. Unbelievable.
That's enough.
Yes, yes. Oh, I'm on fire!
Right. Makoto. Indeed. Listen. It would seem... I knew it. Indeed. It would... Anyway, Makoto... Listen. I see. So... Makoto... So then... Whew. Because whew. Because whew. Because whew. Whew. Because It would seem... Whew. Indeed. Indeed. Is that right? Because... Wrong. Listen. However... So then... At the very least... Right. In other words... Hey. So... Indeed. Indeed. And... So then... Why? Hey. Whew. What? I see. And? Why is that? Because... What? If that... Makoto. So... Makoto. So... Anyway... Makoto. In other words... However, Why? Whew. Hey. Makoto. So then...
Okay then. I do apologize. I'm a little... I never really got the hang of... So this video is meant... It's not that I don't trust you guys. Now then, there is a chance that you may have this. Can you accept that? Thank you. Well, I can promise as the headmaster of Hope's Peak... So, Makoto, before we begin...
Yes.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
I'm sorry I'm putting...
Well, I mean...
But I promise that as the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy...
Say what? Too bad.
That's right. It would seem... Hey.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't, although that dawn is, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leaves, but as I said, which is why I'm sure it will anyway, the beginning of the end of the everyone gather once again at, you know.
Makoto, listen. However...
You called for me and so I appear! Oh, I'm on fire! Yes! My beautiful scissors!
Well now. Thrills, chills, kick!
That's fine.
How strange. Today, I'm
Stop talking.
You guys.
In the name of my family.
Hey. However,
Yoo-hoo!
Since this will be the final, so if you can figure out Mukuro's killer, but if you, then and of course,
are you saying that if you...
yep, and of course not. Bears!
Never mind all that. I just have one.
Oh, you're,
Don't bother. I'm right, aren't I? You guys have all been working together. I have evidence. So
Hey, you stole. You're all out to get me. I have evidence of my.
What a coincidence. Evidence that proves everyone... What? This doesn't make any sense.
how can the three of us each have that kind of evidence? You guys have all been working. I have evidence.
Hey, you're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence.
What a coincidence. Evidence that proves What? This doesn't make any sense.
How can the three of us each have that kind of
no, that's wrong.
It's not just you.
What?
The evidence you're all referring...
What? Huh? With the picture you have. But that can't be right. See? I'm the only one not in it.
Hero, you...
Okay, but...
So the secret in...
Secret or whatever, I don't care!
But you're in my pic. You're the ones.
So the whole purpose be the mastermind laid a trap to make...
Huh? A trap?
I got it! In each case. So, in the picture Hina got, she... And in the picture Hero got, he's the...
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose...
In other words, Monokuma gave...
And when we each saw her picture...
Yeah,
Listen, it's not directly connected...
Sure, nope.
Yeah.
Can you just forget about the... trying to trick...
And on top of that,
No.
what do you...
Yeah! So it's gotta be a fake!
But you know...
Huh?
Don't get me wrong. Is that really... What... Now I understand. Let's say that...
Oh, I get it. So we... As if... You
Yeah! We...
You're saying we all got... Since when did this turn into some kind of sci...
I promise you, I haven't ever since I got to this. I remember everything that's happened. So the idea...
Is totally stupid!
Obviously!
You're... You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
So the idea that we all lost our memories...
Is totally stupid! Obviously! You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi
I promise you, I haven't ever since I remember everything that's happened.
So the idea that we all...
Is totally stupid! Obviously! You're saying we all got... Since when did this turn into...
I promise you, I haven't ever since I remember everything that's happened.
No, that's wrong. Those photos aren't... This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent!
No. It's a video of...
When you say,
I mean...
you lie!
No, it's not. The headmaster...
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you...
It's not about what you expect me to believe.
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no
How can you say that?
To be honest, I have...
Something else?
You said the DVD... What were the interviews?
The headmaster sat each of us. He asked us if we could accept the idea.
What kind of...
And?
We'd say no!
Actually, we all... Even me. I heard myself say...
Why?
I don't know.
The same goes, you don't...
It doesn't matter, even if I bought... That's just insane!
Insane or not.
You sure are.
I know it sounds absurd, but...
Indeed.
Then...
Yep, you all.
This is all.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory. You stole those specific...
Oopsie.
Of course. There's no way...
How? Come. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your... Would you really believe it?
What matters is the interview with the headmaster. There must have been a purpose to it all.
Of course there was a purpose.
You mean the motive you came up with? To
That has something to do with the
But that part's... Anyway, I'm sure it's not...
Okay, so you...
So who did it?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm for.
When you is the mastermind.
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
Exactly. You're just make
The mastermind is probably a million miles.
No, that's wrong. There's no question that the mastermind in the back of the data center. The mastermind must have, so there can't be any.
There can't be, in which case, they're all.
What?
Recall what Makoto told. So if the mastermind is in the school.
How?
So we're the only. It's not me!
Well, it's I blame. What? Cuz it's super weird.
Oh, I get it! The only way he.
Wait!
Everyone, calm down. The mastermind's true identity will become clear.
That's a good. Rather than wasting time.
Yeah, well, help.
He's right.
If you want something to talk, we haven't fully established.
Huh? But
No. That, wouldn't you agree?
Shoot! I got it! All of the wounds covered.
Hey, now hold on a second. It made it pretty clear, so they can't possibly.
Consider this.
What?
What if, when we discover if that's true, then naturally
That because. Huh? Isn't it obvious?
you're wrong.
She denied me. I'm not weird, okay? Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those.
Are you finished?
you didn't deny me that. You.
Don't worry.
There wasn't anything cute about it.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds.
Are you finished?
You didn't deny me that. You made.
Don't worry.
There wasn't anything cute about it.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been. So, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Are you finished?
You didn't deny me that. You.
Don't worry. There wasn't anything cute about it.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier.
Shoot!
Mukuro was the ultimate. She must have been in 100 different. So, when you. Obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Are you finished?
You didn't deny me that. You.
Don't worry. There wasn't anything cute about it.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in So, when you think about. Obviously, she got all those wounds.
Are you finished?
You didn't deny me that. You.
Don't worry.
There wasn't anything cute about it.
Mukuro was the ultimate. Ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different. So, when you. Obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Are you finished? You didn't deny that. You.
Don't worry. There wasn't anything cute about it.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100. So, when you think about. Obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Are you finished?
You didn't deny that. You.
Don't worry. There wasn't anything cute about it.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in a... So, when you... Obviously, she got all those wounds in the...
No, that's wrong. No. The file we found in the head, despite the time she spent in battle after when she entered this school.
To be denied...
Anyway, so we can, in which case...
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine. When examining her body, I found...
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, the wounds Mukuro sustained...
But if that's what... Then does that mean she's really been dead?
That's exactly when we found her body in the garden.
So then, what about the little matter of... Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant. If Mukuro had already... So who...
I got it! The one who had... When we discovered Mukuro... I naturally assumed she... But it wasn't her at all.
Oh, don't mind me. Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked you can't really know who was under that. The true identity of the masked...
You never saw that, so you can't have...
I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro...
You're wrong. There's another part of the... Oh? Is it the...
Or the left hand? Maybe the... The right foot, or perhaps the left, or could it be
The hips.
you never saw their face, so you can't have any. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusama.
Shoot!
You never saw that, so you can't have...
I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusama.
You're wrong. Even with there's another part of the attacker.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot. Or perhaps the left foot. Or could it be
The hips.
you never saw their face?
So you can't have.
I'm telling you now, it was Muguro.
You're wrong. There's another part of the O. Is it
The right hand
or the left?
left hand, maybe the right foot, or perhaps the left foot. Or could it be
The hips.
you never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was... under that mask. I'm telling you now,
It was You're wrong. There's another part of the attacker we can use to.
oh? And what is this? Is it the right hand or the left hand? Maybe the right foot, or perhaps the left. Or could it be
The hips.
you never saw their face? So you can't have any... I'm telling you now, it was Muguro Ikus...
No, that's wrong. Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. But and there was no... So there's no way...
Yeah, well, but that still doesn't... It could have been...
Hiro, Toko, he...
Yeah! We were in the gym.
Oh, okay, but what about... Uh-oh, nose...
If you insist.
Huh?
What do you think?
Your hand.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning.
I thought you didn't want anyone...
If it means we get another step closer. My scars. Makoto.
No.
Then this much has been made. There can be no...
On top of my secret being revealed... sorry.
Not at all.
Sure. Because if you...
That's...
On the contrary.
You're not going to tell us she was...
I promise you, with...
Then somehow she was killed.
And after she died, did the culprit stash her?
If she was...
Then...
But...
I got it! Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Why?
That's right. So it's the perfect place to hide.
Then you're also saying the...
And I have no doubt that that... I got it! What makes me so sure, the tarp that we found when I was checking it, I noticed that some text...
Oh, it's...
Holy cow.
Makoto's nitpicky nature.
This proves that the tarp... In fact, there's...
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply...
You may...
Where's your evidence?
There is no evidence, but you seem to be getting worked up. Now that the conversation... Because the key to uncovering...
You talk?
You see, the biolab...
La la la!
Such a child.
Hey, by the way...
What?
You're... So what do you...
Why are you
Your mom, your dad... Are they really asking...
Calm down, Makoto.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! 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 What? What do you want? I'm not listening! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! I'm not listening!
I refuse to give up yet!
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! 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 What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! I'm not listening!
This should prove it! The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is... the lights!
What are you talking?
Like I said before. And as part of that, that's where everyone who's...
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it...
In other words, if the blue light is...
But I counted up the number of... and there were only...
Why does that matter?
Shoot! I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious. I got it!
Who is this someone? Someone else that Mukuro. Was it Sayaka, Junko, Enoshima, Leon, Kuwata, Chihiro, Fuji, Mando, O, Kiyotaka, Ikifumi, Yamada, Celestia, Lu, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Shoot!
Who is this someone else that Mukuro? Was it Sayaka, Junko, Enoshi, Leon, Kuwata, Chihiro, Fuji, Mando, Kiyotaki, Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this someone? Was it Sayaka, Junko, Enoshi, Leon, Kuwata, Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaka, Ishiki, Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this someone? Was it Sayaka, Junko, Enoshima, Leon, Kuwata, Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaki, Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this someone? Was it Sayaka, Junko, Enoshima, Leon, Kuwata, Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaki, Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this someone? Was it Sayaka, Junko, Enoshima, Leon, Kuwata, Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaki, Fumi, Celestia, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice! Who is this someone? Was it Sayaka, my Junko, Enoshima, Leon, Kuwata, Chihiro, Mando, Kiyotaka, Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered!
No, that's wrong! Junko!
What do you...
Well, remember she was impaled by a bunch of...
And Mukuro died when you compare that to the...
Then this... Yes. And that explains why those two...
So let me see... Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with... Then her body was kept in the biolab. Only this time, it was presented as the...
It all matches up, right? Those wounds
Then, it's really true? Mukuro and Jun... Wait, so then... What does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. which also means that among the...
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it?
We already know the answer to that. She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. The body we found in the garden, it wasn't Mukuro.
No, that's wrong. No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's right, Kyo?
She was 5 foot, everything in her profile.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir.
But...
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure? Huh? I admit, since Mukuro... But we saw her get him... If Junko were still... But you yourself can...
She was dead.
So...
It must be...
Then you're with...
This case hasn't been decided.
Oh?
You haven't given...
No! Of course...
That's all well... Junko...
Then both of...
I think we need to...
Huh?
Let's assume Junko is...
Now I understand. That's right. Before... Specifically...
Then that would...
Which is why the body's height...
I don't know anything. That had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die?
Good point. So maybe the whole...
I got it! The two of her? Yeah. Then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all.
This is actually Muku?
When we first met, no. And that would easily allow.
Junko never had any...
She could have, if she did. It likely melted away in the explosion. Plus, they were the same.
But...
Correct. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring, but too bad for you,
Wait, so...
If that's true.
The reason such an
So Mukuro, in other words, it would be fair...
What's wrong?
I think he's afraid. Fear is only possible where hope is possible.
Then why haven't you?
Because it's a bunch of
Then why did you try and
I tried to... When did I...
I got it! While I was in the... You made sure I couldn't finish what is because you didn't want me to see the...
Oh, yeah!
And if Makoto... It would have been totally obvious that the
That whole power outage thing was... What do you want? What do you want? Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up! That's impossible! What do you want? That's impossible!
I refuse to give up yet!
What do you want? want? Are you sure about this?
You're getting all riled up! That's impossible!
What? What do you want?
That's impossible!
This should prove it. The video wasn't the only... I noticed it just a little in all the photos.
What?
I got it! Junko, the one thing common... It's hard to believe her face would just... And on top of that, so in other words, with all that in mind, which is why you had to have... Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed. That the Junko in the pictures? Xanadu!
I believe everything Makoto, Junko, and Mukuro switched places.
So she killed Mukuro, who would take is still.
And she's the one behind this whole... She's the true master of Xanadu.
With this, the identity and the crimes of the...
No, wait! Don't bother. There's no more room for debate. I'll prove every... Here's exactly what happened. We met the ultimate fashion, but that... The girl and... But it wasn't long before she died. Junko and her body until... Junko, she... Meanwhile... The killer is... you! Me... So... The killer is... you! The killer is... you! She had to make sure we didn't find out this is the truth behind Mukuro's murder. And the one who carried it all... the real That's the whole
What? Are you...
You can't get out of...
Come on!
It's not like you're in...
Give it up, Junko.
Oh, did you really think this? Wrong!
We have been waiting! Waiting so very long for peasants like you to... If you swear your fealty to us, we've even drawn up the deed already. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Oh, it's been so long since I've had an audience. Anyway, having to play Monica, it was like I was stuck in purgatory. Huh? What's wrong with my beautiful face?
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen...
I got it! That's right! It... And...
Wow, you have a pretty good memory.
So I was... Then what you told me...
Sometimes a little lie is necessary.
That explains why she didn't quite seem.
I'm me. And Mukuro, she tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're I know, it's such a cliche. So basically, Mukuro, the older sister, tough and proud. That was
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima! And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the ultimate despair!
Whoa!
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell! I even get fucking bored with myself! But it's that again? You have any idea? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. And just make up whatever answer you want, I don't give a shit! The truth's fucking lame anyway!
But if she was your
And for reasons deeper and dark—
well, for my plan to work, someone had to be able to the so-called mastermind but after looking at the situation, because naturally, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. So, I decided to play the role. I could have let her work alongside me. Besides, 15, of course, the fact that she had what I call the three atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal, and that's, sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra, unworthy of love, being the utter disappointment that she was, which is precisely why I killed her.
That can't—
Well, no, of course not.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan, so if I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, so I changed things just—
In other words, Mukuro, just as I suspected, when Mukuro was killed,
Well, you're right! There's no way Mukuro could have— But she did teach you all a very—
How can you talk? You sacrificed your own—
What? I sacrificed? Jeez. We were the ultimate despair, you know? No, I felt despair as though when I was born. So that's why for us, it's not we're just those kind. We've always been filled with despair. So you just murdered your—
That's not true at all. We were twins, that's why I get— Killing my precious sister. That act is filled with so much despair. It's like super, 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 super despair. Super, 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 it just feels.
What the hell?
And my sister too. After all. So she must have died feeling— I'm so—
I knew you couldn't be just some.
turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't—
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy.
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak. So I'm the hopelessly perfect.
No, I don't think there.
Yeah, Master's way more— Don't you—
What did you just say?
You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet
Are you talking about—
you've already solved this mystery. Maybe you should solve the riddle of your—
Damn straight! And then—
I can't wait!
Alright, then let's just.
When the group pictures were— I got it!
No fair!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. All the memories you lost, share.
Shoot! I got it! You're talking about the motive.
So you do remember after all. It was stupid of me to even— So then, let me ask you another— Did you notice that each motive I Yep, you got it. When Sayaka was murdered, what—
I got it! The
Dangi. For example, it. Yeah.
I got it! It was...
Yay! Makoto got it right! Embarrassed, and the whole reason Mondo...
So?
Relax, relax! So...
I got it! It was money.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again! Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little person. Her greed led to all kinds of...
What's the point of...
Now, can you tell me the motive behind...
I got it! In her case...
Precisely. Once I revealed Sakura's betrayal. Anyway.
But what's the point?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, they compel humans to kill each. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of...
Just as water, air, and food, and that nourishment is two sides of the same coin.
How much longer weren't we discussing our
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. What I'm trying to say is this.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by
How could taking away someone's...
And plus, you have...
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here, the mere fact that that's what...
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, that is why we took your memories. So that you would...
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories.
Which means if we did have our memory...
What? Why the hell would having...
But it's not enough. I put so much effort into... So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you...
Then...
Okie dokie. I'd like for you to...
You mean the...
So something really...
Now are you interested in what... See your face? Behold! This is the outside...
What the...
Dangerous.
What are you talking about? What?
This is a scene... What you just saw. That world is... If you can't remember... Better kick your brain in the ass! Cause it's up... I don't remember! Ain't a fucking excuse no more! For the final class! Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever? When it comes to that crazy confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
Nobody can remember anything. This is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have? Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever? When it comes to that crazy, confusing video, I don't understand
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us what am I supposed to be
Nobody can remember anything. This is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have?
Come on, bitches! What the fuck
You want us to when it comes to that crazy, confusing, I don't understand.
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your
I mean, what am I supposed to...
No, this is the end
for all of us. What other Come on, bitches! What the fuck
You want us to when it comes to that crazy, I don't understand.
What's the meaning of the footage? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us what am I supposed to...
Nobody can remember anything.
No, that's wrong. Actually, she might remember. The other token. The two of them share...
I see. Then even if one personality's forgotten...
What are you...
Are you... No!
Toko.
Boy, she just...
I'm going to ask you a question. Do you know anything about...
Huh?
The video that's playing.
Who the hell are you?
Oh.
Oh, nice to meet...
That's enough! Just...
Aye, aye!
Well,
I don't... Of course it does!
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do!
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions... Oh my god.
More importantly,
Huh? What's the matter? Oh no!
just answer the...
Well, I can't really say a bit, but it was...
Why is...
The world's...
Explain yourself.
Copy that? Okay, it was so big and so... But it was more on the level of a world... Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most... And as a result, the world turned out the way it did, and that's...
That's all there is to it? Come...
Well, it just so happens I don't know, and Miss Morose saw it all play out in real time.
We already did, and she didn't know any...
I couldn't live up to my...
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. What do you... Calm down. Every living...
Oh, come on.
Well, as long...
What?
I'm glad to see you bit into it.
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
Correct! But I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting. I couldn't help, even if you're wrong. Eventually you...
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer.
But, do you think it might be a...
Anyway, like I was saying...
What?
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even Medist...
Stop with...
Stop! You must learn your...
They couldn't possibly...
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember?
Hold on. That doesn't make any sense.
Huh? I don't make sense.
There's no way that... I mean, we only... If some kind of... Then how do you explain the...
Well, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before. Well, yeah. A few. Ooh, I get it.
Huh?
Well, I mean, you guys all started it.
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it. And the truth is, everything... So, you must surely understand what are the memories...
Come now, answer us.
I got it! If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. Nope. No.
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine?
We've lost 2.
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy. And that entire...
I don't remember the...
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like...
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to the awesome school of... Heck, I've never even gone to a single
This is all just surreal.
Plus, if 2 years have passed, how freaking old am I?
Everyone's so conflicted! Two years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
No, that's wrong! Hero, there's this notebook right here.
Huh?
I found it in the lock. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure.
Wuzza!
It's kinda this is absolute, but how is this? I don't know.
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak, but somehow, you forgot.
Lies!
I don't want to believe it, but there's also... It's mine. In the handwriting, but just like Hero.
And the reason for that is...
After...
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here! Shit, man!
2 years of school, how many fun classes, and on top of that, the biggest, most awful, right before everyone's eyes. You absorbed all that despair, and once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other...
Actually, never mind.
What?
We are Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. This world is just so desperately fucking...
What are you talking?
In a way, to give yourself over...
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves!
Figure out
where your memories come apart.
I got it! The moment I lost my... When I first came to... When I passed out...
Wow! So I don't know much. And your sense of time? I guess it must have been something.
After I passed out... I assume not much time...
The reason it felt so short was because... our memories of the time in between had been completely removed?
You got it, honey! 2 years of memory!
When everyone met for the first time, unaware of this fact, you took the...
But by that point... That's what those photos...
You were all such close friends, and it was also you could escape and... What?
You're the one who said things...
I love you all.
What?
Once your school life here began, it's only natural that I would...
So, since I love you guys so much, all about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind. Let's go back in time, back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. was just the worst! Everyone was enjoying themselves so much! You were all having the time of your lives!
But that couldn't last forever, of course. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair. The biggest, most... All too soon, the world's... And as you can imagine, the tragedy even made its way here.
What? The most tragic event and I can't believe it's... Was it some kind of organization?
You have a point. It was none of those. Despair is contagious. Everyone is capable. And now the entire world...
In other words,
I just don't
we didn't ask you to try to
Okay. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors, the members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak.
And then, something now pay attention! So guess what? To protect everyone, that's right! I said it!
Now, someone, do any of you know who that might have...
Shoot! I got it! Could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to That's why he asked us to say that we were
We believe he had something like that in mind. If you, the collective...
Yeah.
And because we had that... That's why we all...
But creating the shelter... He had no idea that we, so what was supposed to be a shelter, became a cage. I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton.
By the way, it was you yourself, under the headmaster's direction. You all went about...
You mean we trapped...
And then you forgot all about it and started
Once you'd finished building your little... And the...
Me and Mukuro had come here.
That moment where you all began...
And the only reason you survived the tragedy...
Only let us live?
Why?
Because this rather... It was a...
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left, so I thought I should show them.
Now I understand. You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. To show the world the murders...
That was the whole point of the ultimate... The world watched as you felt... Despair is as contagious...
Isn't the power of... By the way, since we started broadcast...
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I have to... They were a relentless bunch. Refusing... But in the end, I was able to...
So you just used us?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life!
Give and take?
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive. I mean, we built up 2 years!
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more.
And that's the truth! Which is why you solved the mystery.
Don't tell me.
And if we did, our final desire for creating this world of despair was if you were bold enough, how would you react?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too! Like right fucking now!
Not to mention, although, I mean, with the world meaningless, we've been murdering each other.
And think about it. You chose to lock your...
We weren't just random strangers.
No!
We get it. You're totally awesome, right? So help us!
A peasant begging for his life?
But I'm sorry to say, All I want is despair. And since there's no reason, there's no argument.
Wait, but there's no real reason for...
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, so I don't acknowledge it.
Until you see it with your own eyes. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat, right? If so,
Are you saying you won't accept the truth? Well, you better not. You go trust me. I'm not lying.
Well, I refuse to get for the sake of everyone you've...
Huh? What are you talking about?
I didn't kill anyone. I simply...
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about Hope.
Oh, hell yeah!
No! It's murder! You stole... It's all...
You certainly have a talent, but we don't have much time left to keep...
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. Oh, and also, since this will be the last...
What?
You guys so full of hope. I've decided to... If even one of you votes to punish Hope, I'll consider that a win for me. Even if it's... Oh, but don't worry.
Even if you don't, you've still got...
It's okay. Nobody...
Oh, let me just... You'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No,
You mean...
we'd have to just... She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair...
What are you saying?
Wait a sec. I just got hit with an inspiration bomb. Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience... So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to... What?
Do you mean to say...
And I get to decide... Makoto!
Me? Yeah. You've been acting up.
So let me make this clear. If a single person votes for, then only Makoto will receive.
If, on the other hand...
I will force you out, ensuring you all...
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice...
What? Don't you have...
No!
It's okay. It would seem all of those around you...
it's so beautiful.
Besides...
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that that's why he tried to the least you can do.
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to see...
So, who do you think's gonna give in?
No one. We're not gonna...
So boring. Well, that's fine. Then look, it's time for the final vote. And you're...
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll...
If I were to die...
That would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all of you will have to... You'll have to go into the world outside. So, will you just die?
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
By the way, the air outside... The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air pure...
If I die,
The pure... In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will... All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting. So, what do you... Will you just die?
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll...
If I were to die, that would be the end. By the way, the air... The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air... Purifiers in the...
Don't lose hope now.
I've been thinking, and I was thinking, you only get strong. That sounds like something. No, which is why I. Yeah.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, We'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end. By the way, the air outside is the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all of you you'll have to go into the world outside. So, what are you gonna do? You just die.
I refuse to give up yet! We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end.
Don't lose hope now!
Oh my... But to live, so even if it's hard, I want to keep on living. So that's... No matter what, the whole fortune-telling thing doesn't...
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I've decided...
By the way, the air outside, the only reason we're is thanks to the air.
Don't lose hope now!
I've been thinking, and I was thinking, you only... That sounds like some... No, which is why... Yeah!
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give...
If I were to die, that would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all been...
Don't lose hope now!
I don't care either way. Actually, I may not look like it. Hell, no matter how I look, still... Oh, but...
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I've decided...
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all...
I can keep on living!
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside.
Don't lose hope now!
What's the matter? You're not actually... It never even... But don't misunderstand. I just have... Besides. So until I can...
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I've decided...
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all...
I can keep on living!
All of you will have to... You'll have to go into the world outside.
I already said I would claim the mastermind's life.
So, what do you do? You just die?
Don't lose hope now!
I didn't really know much, but even if we're just... He would never want us to... I can't explain. Just because we don't... Could it... No, never mind. So, Mako, I don't think you wound up at this school because I think you came here for... You came here to bring... You came here to confront and if that's true, I think...
What the hell? So, your stupid face, it's all so... Shut up, lame, lame, lame! You suck! What do you want?
So uncool!
You dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Your idiocy ends here.
You're gross. Suffer from despair.
I just love despair!
You suck. What do you want?
So uncool!
You're unbearable!
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless! Suffer from despair.
I just love despair!
Everything is pointless!
No! No!
want to stand against us? Hope is a joke.
Despair into tomorrow. Despair.
Hope keeps on going. I refuse to give up. Because all I have.
What's happening?
Holy shit, I did it.
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta
Good! Let's put an end to these with our own hands.
The hell?
Indeed.
What? Well, that's... What the heck? Well, that's total... So this is... And now I... True And now I... True Huh?
Anyway...
Totally the best!
Not possible. Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay.
Hey. How...
No. There's one last thing. It's fine.
It can't be.
Stop! How many times? Don't get in my... So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful! Even a tenth of this despair. I want every last soul on this. I want the entire world to... Okay. I've reserved an extra special... Let's give it everything we've...
Can we get an F in the chat, boys?
Danganronpa.
Hey. Makoto.
So...
Indeed.
If, on the other hand...
I will force you out, ensuring...
In other words...
But...
It's true.
Yes.
My beautiful scissors!
Ah.
That's enough.
Anyway...
But...
For serious?
In other words... Am I wrong?
You got it!
Hey.
Okay.
Could it... How about that? Woo!
Ooh!
Makoto.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye...
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told?
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening.
I don't know why, but I might be able to.
I can't say I'm sorry.
I guess we...
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed. Like I said at the beginning, I am headmaster. Danganronpa. Thrills, chills, kills!
Are you for real?
Huh. Hey there, howdy! I am Monokuma! And I'm nice. Listen up! Why is that? What? Yeah.
That's gonna be all for today. Arrivederci.